Hey, welcome back to On the Peg with me, your host, the one, the only, the eyebrow-raising, the bearded touraholic. I am, of course, the Mad Montreal Man, and I don't know what I was thinking when I picked up this action figure. It's not something I would have ever chosen to use, but obviously the kids love this action figure, so McFarlane Toys decided, hey, let's cash in on this villain that the kids seem to love, that fans seem to be wanting, even though I don't think I ever wanted this villain. But either way, this villain is so popular that he deserves his own show. That's right, a single action figure review for KITEMAN! Yeah, I know, it's, all the Batman villains they could have done, it's obvious that McFarlane Toys went, oh, that Harley Quinn animated show is so popular, let's make a KITEMAN. Okay, it's the guy's a villain who builds kites and steals. But what do you say? We get this villain out of his prison of plastic. Out of all the villains you could have given us, McFarlane, KITEMAN. But let's get my friend, your friend, the enemy of all mint in package. Of course, you know what I'm talking about. The Steel Blade of Justice, Dr. Steel. Ooh. And let's start taking him out of the package. So, that said, what are your thoughts on KITEMAN? And I'm not talking about the anime, because I have watched season 1 of Harley Quinn. It's pretty funny. But KITEMAN as a villain overall, I remember KITEMAN in the comics, I was kind of like, this is not even a challenge for Batman. It's just kind of like, okay, guy builds a kite. I mean, technically speaking, he should be called Hang Glider Man, but no. So let's finish taking KITEMAN out of the package, toss in a close-up or two, and let's see what I think of him once he's actually freed of all this plastic strapping. Back in a moment. Well, you saw KITEMAN. Now, I put him on a flying base because you think a guy who flies would have a flight base, but no, McFarlane only included your typical standard little base. But then again, if you actually were to jump off any building with that size of kite proportional to your body, you should be called Suicide Man. That's the point. But of course, he has the card. Artwork's not bad on the card. It's not really a great action pose, but it's still a card. But let's talk about what he comes with. Well, of course, he comes with hands. Of course, this guy's hands. He's got the look. It's like left and right trigger finger hands, very common with McFarlane Toys. He also comes with 2 fists, of course. Really small fist. I left the hands he comes on with because I actually think the, hey, thumbs up is appropriate for this character. He also comes with a closed backpack if you want to put him just without the kite, but to me, it's, when I did it for the close-up, it just kind of looked like a guy with a yellow symbol on his chest. The kite itself, this whole backpack does come off. It can come off, so that's a good thing if you just want a basic body. Honestly, it is Okay, let's be honest. If you bought the Blue Beetle, it's the same body buck. It basically is a Blue Beetle body. Especially, you can tell by the fact that it's solid painted plastic goggles, not anything like you could see through. I still want McFarlane Toys to... Before McFarlane Toys ends the DC Multiverse, give us one figure that actually has glasses you can see through. But yeah, it's really nothing original with this figure. Body buck's something we've seen before. Okay, they did add the thing on the forehead. The kite is a new sculpt. It's solid plastic. But yeah, it's an action figure. I can say that much. There's a platinum version of this where he's got like a giant helmet on his head, which is... I won't even get into that one. But out of all the action figures I've been hunting for, really not the one I was looking for. I mean, if I could have found the Platinum Metron where he's on black, I would have loved that. It would have been great. Or the Red Platinum Guardian that I just saw pictures of. And, of course, the digital Blackfire, but she's not out yet. I don't think so. But, no, there he is. Yeah, there he is. KITEMAN. I guess that's going to wrap up the show. I'll see you guys next week. Okay. Before you go, I felt bad about only doing the one action figure today. It's just kind of anticlimactic. So, not that this is going to be much better, but we have another figure for you. Yes, from Amazon Originals. Adam Eve, that's right. This is one of the things that I picked up at EB Games for $5. Yep, I always keep telling people, $5 Fridays, there's nothing you think's there, go pick it up. Okay, so for $5 I picked up Adam Eve today on my toy hunt, and what do you say we take her out of the package and see if, I don't know, see what we get. Now, I remember when the comic book came out, I was kind of like, it feels like a knockoff. I didn't really get into the Invincible comic book. I have been watching the animated series. It's kind of fun. The characters, to me, aren't that original, but still, it's a very fun comic book. It shows it's from the creators of Walking Dead. All right, so what do you say we take a quick look? Oh, look, she comes with a little statue sidekick. You know who she is. She's so small you can't see her, but she does come with 6 hands, effects. Oh, sorry. Effects with hands on them. So, and a flight stand. Wow! Go think, McFarlane Toys. They made a character who flies with a flight stand. But let's toss in a close-up of her, and we'll be back. I'm sure you noticed in the close-up, I had her standing. The flight stand you saw in the background of close-up is a very tall, thin flight stand, and it barely holds her. You can't have the head straight because the flight stand's a hole in the back of her neck, and it's really weak. It makes me think of, well, if you remember the Marvel Universal 7-inch Marvel Legends they did before they called them Marvel Universe, they had these kind of like game stands. They're great for small figures, but it's kind of like okay, I'll be safe. It's a cheap knockoff of a Mafex stand. It's not that great. I've had other figures that have stands like this that are better. This one is just weak. But let's talk about the accessories, or not. Because when I opened up the accessories, it's not, I do give it credit, there's no little plastic ties. It's just 2 layers of plastic, and unfortunately, a lot of the accessories are still on the floor. I'm too lazy to pick them up. But I did pick this one up. This is the little mini statue she gets, or the little action figure that doesn't do anything, but it's not that bad. It's pretty well done. You saw it in the close-up. But let's talk about Adam Eve herself. Well, I'll show you the stand. It is a... Don't try to make it go straight up. It won't hold. It just really doesn't hold her very well. So yeah, it's one of those things where... See, I took her off and look what happens. It's a weak stand. But yeah, that's the hole in the back. That's why you can't have the head facing forward. But overall, not something I plan on collecting, even though I have to admit I do have a few other of these guys I picked up last year on a whim. No, I don't have Invincible, before you ask, editor. Before you put another note up. No, I don't have Invincible. I have a few others. Just 2 more. But let's talk about Adam Eve. The face sculpt is very comic book cartoonish. Yeah, it's... I mean, the height's a good height. I mean, it's basically, you know, a 7-inch action figure. The head just... It's very too cartoony. The colors, well, it's definitely the costume. It's a shame the cape is solid plastic. Articulation-wise, well, you've got a little bit of articulation in the ankle, knees, the frickin' thing I hate that Marvel Legends does with the line on the hip. No crunch at all, really. Limited articulation. I mean, yes, for those people who care, you can kind of get a T-pose done. You can't really get a split done. It's just... It's cute. It's like a statue of an animated figure, or an anime statue. And if you've watched my show in the past, you know I picked up a whole bunch of those on $5 Fridays before for my daughter, and she didn't want any, and I thought I'd be done with those, but that's a different story. Yeah, for $5, not bad. The regular retail on this, I think, was... oh, God, I'm happy I got this for $5. The regular retail on this is $40 Canadian, $39.99 Canadian to get this figure. And the thing is, this, people don't realize this. EB Games, the $5 Fridays are great. However, if you wanted this figure and you would have gone yesterday, it would have been $39. If you go tomorrow, it's $39. That's why I do say check out EB Games for the $5 Fridays, because you never know. Because there's no way I would ever spend $40 to buy this. $5, you know what? What the heck? It's something I can put next to KITEMAN if I really want to make a joke out of it. But yeah, that will wrap up the show now. I will say please tune in next week, sometime during the week, because there's going to be another special. And it's a special I never thought I'd be doing again, but the special is going to be called the EB Games $5 Friday Anime Extravaganza. Yes, I picked up, I'd say, roughly $300 worth of anime statues for about $55. $5 Fridays, and I thought I never would buy any more of these. My daughter Nico said she doesn't want them, but I figured I like anime. And what the heck? Why not? It was such a good deal. I picked them up. So there will be a special with them some point next week. And next Friday's show will probably be back at our regular time because there's no toy hunt next Friday because I'm working next Friday. My work schedule's got changed around again. So I will be filming next Friday's show before Friday. So we'll be up at roughly 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the usual time. And we'll share it with people afterwards during the night. And that's it for the show. That's it. I hope you'd enjoyed our what turned out to be a 2 action figure little special. What do you think of KITEMAN? Let me know. And if you've seen the Metron in black, please let me know. I have a EB Games exclusive Mr. Bone with signed cards. I have another one I can trade for, because I don't sell, I buy and I trade. So I'm looking for basically, yeah, it's a Blackfire, which it comes out, because I wouldn't mind having 2 of those, because that is a cool looking action figure. And of course, I do need the Platinum Metron. That's it. But all that said, if you watch the anime and you got a spare flying base, well, unlike him who would jump off a building in real life and be splat, you got to do your best for your body, your mind, and of course your mental health to stay healthy. And when you do get an action figure for only $5, it's a good way to stay happy. And when you do think about eventually getting the platinums or the rare figures you want, well, that's a very good thing, because that way you can, for that moment of the day, that thought helps you to stay positive. And on that wonderful note, have a great weekend. We'll see you sometime next week for the EB Games $5 Friday Anime Extravaganza. And don't forget, next Friday, we'll be back with another episode of On the Peg. And if you're wondering what it's going to be, I will give you a hint right now. 2 Batman action figures. See you next week. He needs his own show. This villain is so iconic. This Batman villain, Billum, I can't speak. Billum. Precious action figures. Hey, welcome back to On the Peg with me, your host, the one, the only, the eyebrow-raising, the bearded Toyholic. I am, of course, the Mad Montreal, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I bought this action figure. Why? Because kids love this villain. Yes, it's a villain. This iconic Batman villain that apparently has gained in such popularity that McFarlane decided, hey, let's cash in on that popularity and bring this villain. Why can't I say villain today? Villain. Hey, welcome back to On the Peg. And I fucking started laughing. I know you're thinking, you said she comes to the flight stand, but in the close-up, she was just standing. That's because the flight stand is, well, weak. But let's talk about one accessory. I have to admit, not bad. Not a bad little accessory. Yeah, kind of cute. Kind of size appropriate. But yeah, I'm not gonna pull out the rest of it because when I open her up, there's literally just 2 layers of plastic, and a lot of them are on the floor and haven't been able to